I haven't heard you mention the UN Peacebuilding Commission yet. I was a little late, so you may have mentioned it before I came. My understanding is that when it was created some 4 years ago, it was, 5 years ago, excuse me. No, 4. I said 4, 4. I'm sorry, 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. It was created because there was a consensus that looking back, the international community did not handle these transition periods that you referred to before very well, usually pulled out too quickly, and the efforts that were undertaken during that period were not integrated and coordinated and so on and so forth. So my question is, how effective has the Peacebuilding Commission been in your view?
If you look at my book, I was appalled by this new infrastructure because I thought it was adding to all the duplication that already existed, and most importantly, the UN Peacebuilding Commission was not to be involved in current operations that were under the control of the Security Council. So then what happened was that they started working on Sierra Leone. And, Sierra Leone was a country that had first two big peacekeeping operations since the end of the conflict. And then they had what they call an integrated operation with 300 people in the field. Now, the Peacebuilding Commission, the first thing they did was to look at Sierra Leone. And for that, they sent 9 people from New York to look for information, which I found appalling. Why did they need to send people from New York to look for information in Sierra Leone when you have 300 people, UN people in the field? So I thought it was really a waste. Now, there is another aspect of the Peacebuilding Commission that I think is very useful and should be, the Peacebuilding Commission should focus on that. And that's when a country, the problem with the Security Council is that their activities are financed through assessed contributions, and therefore the permanent 5 members, they have a larger assessment than under the regular budget. So they don't want to get involved in development. They just want to, in the case of Guatemala or El Salvador or Mozambique, they want to close the peacekeeping operation as soon as possible. Now, there, I think the Peacebuilding Commission could have a very important role in the transition from the peacebuilding. You can't have, hold the hand of a child all the time and one day drop him, just leave him alone in the middle of the street. And this is what happened in the case of El Salvador and in the case of other. So I think in that sense, it would be very useful for the Peacebuilding Commission, to support the country once the peacekeeping operations is closed. So I see a very important role for the Peacebuilding Commission. I don't see any role for the Peacebuilding Commission in countries like Sierra Leone, for example.